Hey team, we had a fabulous weekend at Plexus Convention, and for those that were not able to come, I wanted to make a video with some key teachings to pass on to you all so that you didn't miss out. So today's video is going to be about posting on social media. And this is kind of a conglomeration of what has worked for me, combining with what Sarah Robbins teaches, combining with what Jen Hawkins and Celeste Gwynn taught at convention. So it's kind of a mixture of all three, and I hope that this helps you out. So to start with, I just want to make sure if you have not currently been using social media to promote Plexus, I want to encourage you to do so. This is just how things are getting marketed nowadays. If you are on, for instance, Facebook, you are already marketing. Anytime you check in at a movie or anytime you are advertising that you just got, a good sale or a good deal at a clothing store, then you just marketed for that clothing store. So we got to realize that if we are on Facebook, then we are network marketers. So whatever we're talking about or posting about or sometimes even complaining about, we're marketing. So how awesome of an opportunity to share something positive like Plexus and how it's affected you personally or how it's affected your friends or just educating your friends on Candida, for instance. So I want to encourage you all to get past any fears that you have or any presuppositions that someone's going to not want to see your post, because if they're truly your friend, they're going to want to see what you're passionate about. So post away. And if you have questions or if you're nervous about what that looks like, just ask me and I'll give you all some practical tools. I know I've mentioned this before, but I have a Facebook album that is titled Plexus Transformations, and you may use any of those testimonies there. There are a lot of before and after pictures and a lot of really good stories about how Plexus has changed someone's health. So feel free to share and use those as necessary. So a few tips that I want to give once we've gotten past that and we are posting on Facebook, there's some ways to do it well and there's some ways to not do it well. So we're going to have some do's and some don'ts. And I have some notes here to the left and right of me that you can't see, but I'll be looking over here. So first off, we want to post consistently. Even for me posting for the last 6 months, I still get new customers. I still get new people that say, hey, I've been watching your posts for a while. I'm finally ready. I know Celeste has said even after a year and a half that she still gets new customers, that people have watched her. And because she posts consistently, because it's not just one time a week and then a month later another random time, people see that you're serious about this. This isn't just a fad. This isn't just something that you're flipping about. Or you're just trying out. This is something that you're saying that you're passionate about and you want others to know because you care. So it does need to be consistent, not just once in a blue moon, and then when you think about it again the next blue moon, you post again. So that's not consistent. But with that consistency, I want to hop over to a do not. Jen said this at convention, do not puke Plexus. Don't mean to be crude with that term, but it really brings the point home. We have got to be professional. We don't want our Facebook pages to look like an ad, nonstop, just post after post after post after post. What we want to do is we want to not only encourage others with their health journey by our posts and inspire people, we want to educate. So a good rule of thumb that Sarah Robbins said is make your Facebook page look like 75% normal you. Everything that you were posting before, your family pics, your Bible verses, your, health recipes, or, your check-in at the gym, or whatever that you were normally posting about on Facebook, make 75% that. And then make 25% Plexus. So I think that's a very healthy rule. I really try to use that. I'm usually posting about every day, sometimes every other day, depending on how many other things I've kind of posted in between. But I'm still me. That way, it's not like, for instance, you hear the boy that cried wolf, right? you don't want your audience to completely tune out because it's so much Plexus, because it's back to back to back to back. We want them to tune in because they can't wait for your next Plexus post because they have been encouraging, they have been inspiring, right? And they've seen in between what you would normally post. For me, lots of times I'll post sometimes recipes or sometimes some health articles, things that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about organic food, passionate about non-GMO, non-processed. So many times there are articles from Dr. Mercola or Food Babe or things like that. And I'll still post those articles in between my family pics or any, maybe inspirational quotes or anything like that I'm posting. But then I try to be very intentional when I do post about Plexus, and very intentional, and I'll explain that. Celeste's good rule of thumb is 4 different ways to post. Number 1 way, post about you and Plexus. And it could be as simple as, hey, I had my pink drink today, had tons of energy, or slept super well thanks to Plexus. Maybe it's, hey, I just noticed I dropped another 2 pounds. Or, hey, I ordered this food at a restaurant and they came with a dessert menu and I passed. Hallelujah. When does that ever happen, right? It could be just simple things. It doesn't have to be this giant, I've lost 130 pounds, although Dustin Doyle's awesome that he has. But don't feel paralyzed because you don't have that story yet. Little incremental stories are what are motivating. So make a post about you personally and why you like Plexus. And then number 2, alternate that with posts about others. Again, as I said earlier, you can go to my Facebook album, click on the Plexus transformations, and use any of those testimonies there. So we want to use inspiring testimonies from others. One caveat I will say about that, be careful that the story that you're posting matches the picture. Because Plexus has grown and there's so many things out there, I think sometimes us ambassadors can get real quick to just immediately see something and share it, or see it and, copy paste and download. Carefully read things. Make sure it's a story that you would want to share. Make sure it's matching with your vision and passion. Make sure it's not promoting, hey, I lost all this weight, I did nothing, and I sat on the couch and ate tons of potato chips. And look at my before and after picture. Not what we want to promote. Good for them that somehow that happened, but that's not what we want to promote. Also make sure your story matches the picture. There have been just some accidents. Again, this happens when your company starts growing as crazy fast as Plexus is, that there's been some pictures that haven't matched the story. So it might be about a grandmother of, that might be in her 70s, but the picture is a lady in her 30s. So again, don't be quick to just look at something and go, ooh, that looks good, post. Read it, look at the picture, and then decide, is this something that I want to share with others that will be inspiring and encouraging? So that's the second way to post. The third way to post is educational, right? We want to educate our customers or our Facebook friends, right, about, let's say, Candida, or maybe you're going to highlight the X Factor vitamin and just how great it is with the aloe and how the aloe increases absorption by 300% for other vitamins and nutrients. And write that. Try not to make it look like an ad, though. Again, make this personal. Make this about you. Make it exciting. So that's a good way to do that. And then the fourth thing that you'll want to post, again, alternating different posts, is the business opportunity. Something about, it could even be, because we don't want to talk about money, of course, on our Facebook posts, but it could be something like, so thankful I was able to make a car payment, or so thankful that I can now work at home and help others with their health. So you can alternate those 4 different ways to post, and I think it's a very healthy, inspiring way that your audience won't get tuned out, and they won't just get kind of like, oh, I think this is just now, instead of me following Brittany, I'm now just following a Facebook ad. We still want our people to connect with us. That's what social media is. They didn't subscribe to a Facebook ad. They subscribed to us. So let's give them us and then end cap that with some great, inspiring, educational Plexus posts that that make them see that we love this. I feel like the sun has now hit me in a certain way, and I hope that you guys can still see me, because I can't see me. It would be really funny if this whole video is just a white screen. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let me look at my notes, see where we are here. And the other thing, the do nots, we don't want to ever make medical claims. So that would look like, got fibromyalgia, Plexus will cure it. Or, you know, even with saying candida, right? Got candida, Plexus will fix it. What we want to say is, we could even, for instance, sometimes I've posted a testimony about fibromyalgia, and I said, do you have fibromyalgia? Read this, it's inspiring, right? And all we're doing is directing someone to read someone else's testimony. Or again with candida, do you have candida? This can help, right? So be very careful with your words that it's not making a medical claim. We don't want to do that and not be compliant. Also, I kind of mentioned this earlier, we don't want to post prices. So even membership, even to say, hey, I'm, you know, for those of you out there that want to try the, hey, I'm just going to run a quick special, I'm going to pay your $35 membership fee. Technically, that's not compliant. We aren't supposed to put any prices on our personal Facebook pages because they're our personal pages. They're not business pages. So you could say, I have a special to run, please contact me for more details. But we're not supposed to be putting any prices of products. Even if someone says, hey, how much is Plexus Slim? When you comment back that you will private message them, not what the price is. So just want to make sure you all understand that. Okay, I'm looking at my other notes here. The last thing I'll say is to make your whole Facebook page positive. I don't mean to not be real, because we are real. I mean, clean it up where you're not posting things that could be seen as vulgar, could be seen as inappropriate, crude, no foul language. Remember that we are running, in essence, a business on our pages, and we want to make sure we're professional. So if you were at work and this were your work page, would you be posting this stuff on your work page? You need to make that mental switch to Plexus with, you know, on your Facebook, that your Facebook is now your work page, if you will. And what would you want your clients, your customers, your boss seeing you write about? Again, I'm not saying don't be real. When you have one of those days when you're saying I'm struggling and I need prayer, or, you know, I'm having this kind of issue, absolutely, you're still going to be real. I mean, make sure that your links or your pictures or things that you say or promote aren't things that are PG-13, R-rated in words or content or things like that. We need to make sure that we are just having a positive posture and still being real at the same time, but just making sure that everything is just pure and clean and have just a good, wholesome look to it. So hope that makes sense there. I think that is all my notes that I wrote down. I'm looking real quick. Yes. The only other thing I wrote down was drama kills paychecks. So that must have been something Celeste or Jen said, just to make sure that you're not getting sucked into a lot of drama. One of the things I liked that she said, though, was that sometimes we can spend too much time on Facebook, in the sense of we want to use that as a tool to let others know what we're doing and to educate and inspire. But our business isn't just on Facebook. Our business is taking care of the current customers we have. Our business is helping support our team. I think I'm going white again, and you guys can't see me. Isn't it great to be outside and the beautiful weather, but then the sun shines and then my whole screen disappears. Anyway, so we want to make sure that we're not just spending hours and hours a day on Facebook instead of with out in the world networking, or talking on the phone to our customers, or checking on them via email, or checking on our team. So use Facebook wisely, or any social media you use, whether you're using Hootsuite to post on your different social media sites, whether you're on Pinterest, Twitter. Am I missing a social media site? I can't think of one right now. But whatever it is that you're using, use it well and use it. And follow those rules that that I mentioned just on how to do it professionally, because we want to be classy in everything that we do. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help you in any way that I can. And I'm so excited about just where Plexus is going, where it has been already, where it is now, and where it's going. It's a perfect time, guys, and I'm truly excited. So let's go share Plexus with everybody that we know in a classy, good way that's inspiring and encouraging. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.